get yourself a cup of something cold, something hot, I don't know, do whatever you had to do. We're going through the pros and cons of teaching on Cambly. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Karian and I am a furloughed flight attendant. But that is not what I'm about to talk to you today about. That is not what I can't speak. Actually, it kind of does tie into what I want to talk about today. I am not flying right now. I am actually on leave. So I am not making any money as a flight attendant right now. However, life must go on. The pandemic does not look like it's stopping anytime soon. Money I have to make. What am I doing right now? Other flight attendants have been hustling. Ow! I just bit my tongue.
You see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Okay, other flight attendants have been hustling, doing more than one job, and I applaud that too. For myself, I actually flew the coop. I left the country during the pandemic. Freelancing online is something anybody can do, which is exactly what I want to talk about today. So I have actually been freelancing with a company called Cambly. And what Cambly is, it's an online English teaching platform. Online English teaching, yeah. So basically, I teach English as a second language to people from all over the world. So how did I even get here? I found this opportunity and I actually want to go through the pros and cons of freelancing and teaching on Cambly with you. So yeah, let's just get right into it then. So the first pro, you don't need experience as an English teacher to teach on Cambly. Okay, backstory on me, I've been a teacher for years. I taught drama, I taught dance, I even taught biology and chemistry at one point, but I've never taught English as a second language. With Cambly, you actually don't need any certification. But does it mean anybody can teach? Not exactly. On Cambly, you do need to be a native speaker. And of course, come on, if you don't have a good grasp of English, like if you didn't do well in English in school, maybe don't try to teach it to other people. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just, oh gosh, I'm stating facts. It's like you fail math, but you want to be somebody's math tutor. It doesn't make sense. And to tie into that pro, the thing about Cambly is your lessons aren't necessarily going to be lessons in the sense of like grammar and vocabulary. A lot of the students on Cambly actually just want somebody to talk to. Not like in a therapy way, don't worry. They just want somebody to practice having conversational English with. They live in countries like South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, and they don't have people who they can readily practice their English with. So they practice with a native level speaker. And most of the time, all I have to do is just correct them on any grammar mistakes. Now, that takes me to the first con. You're gonna have people from the very beginner level who don't speak a lick of English. They only speak their native language, and you have to be able to help them out in some way. Remember, these people are paying for this service. They're paying. There's no middle teacher to teach them the grammar before they get to you, the conversationalist. So you have to be that grammar teacher sometimes. And sometimes that is actually really frustrating. For me, as I said, I have experience teaching, so I don't mind teaching beginners. Cambly actually has lessons built into the platform, so you don't even have to prepare anything. That should actually be a pro. That should be back in pros. But you don't have to prepare anything for the class if you don't want to. Cambly has lessons. So if you do encounter a beginner, you can pull up ready-made lessons and go through it with them. That tends to work well enough for most people. Yeah, and if you do encounter a more advanced person who wants to talk about specific topics, like I've had people who wanted to talk about nuclear energy. Well, obviously, like one of the major topics that we talk about right now is the coronavirus in their country or in my country or whatever. But you just have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to adapt to speaking about different topics and being able to correct people. The great thing is you don't have to know about the other topics. Like I don't know anything about nuclear energy. It's just about correcting their English and correcting any grammar or conversation mistakes that they might make. So coming off of the point of a different range of students, a pro is that you actually do get to teach a lot of adults. Most websites or apps that you might sign up for to teach English online, they cater towards kids. So there are a lot of apps where you have to teach kids. And Cambly actually does have a Cambly Kids version where you do teach strictly kids. That actually pays more, so we'll get into that in the pay section. If you don't want to teach kids and you feel like that is draining on you, because let me tell you, it is exhausting, you can strictly teach adults if you want to. And with that, of course, you can get to speak about more adult topics, like anything that might interest you, whereas teaching kids, you might have to teach them the colors and the numbers and really basic words like dog and cat. And I mean, if you think you can handle that, that is great for you. But if you think that that would be too mentally exhausting and you'd rather speak to adults, Cambly is great because you can teach adults alone if you want. Coming off the back of that point, a con is that you sometimes get inappropriateness with students. One great example, when I just started teaching, I had actually had my first name as my teacher name on Cambly. And while I was talking to this guy from India, he started in the space, listen to me, the class was 30 minutes. In the space of 30 minutes, like, okay, so he's talking to me, we're having a conversation, and he keeps doing this and asking me questions, and we're talking and we're having a conversation, and he's clearly looking on his phone. So I was like, it's your money you're wasting, I'm getting paid anyway. So if you don't want to focus on the class, that's fine. About 20 minutes into the class, he references the title of a video that I have on YouTube right now. He took the title of the video but asked it in a question. And I was like, what? Because in my mind, why are you trying to find my social media and creepily bring up the fact that you just stalked the hell out of me? Like, it was just weird. Cambly actually does not encourage tutors to give students their social media pages. So, like, I'm sure he knew that it was against the rules for me to tell him my social media. So for him to go and find it anyway, it was just very creepy and gave me all the red flags in the world. I blocked him after that call. You can do that. I never saw him again. Great. He actually did message me on Instagram and I ignored it. If you've seen this, hey, you weirdo. Also, you might get the occasional flasher. I read about that and Cambly did actually warn us about that. You ban them straight away, never to be seen again. And when you do ban a student's account, they cannot access the platform anymore. You rarely ever find flashers because you pay for, from what I understand, students pay for Cambly in subscriptions, not class by class. So like you pay for a certain amount of bundles. So you rarely ever find anyone doing something to jeopardize their account. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Sometimes there are trial students. Cambly does give free trials so people can test out the platform, and the pervs will then take their chance with the free platform. Also, on the topic of inappropriateness, I've had people take my picture so often. We still on cons, right? Because this is definitely a con, that tutors have to keep their camera on no matter what. So we have to be presentable and ready to teach. You have to be dressed within a certain dress code. You don't have to wear makeup or anything, but come on, I'm a flight attendant. My face is always set. We have to have our cameras on. Students do not. Even when students do have their camera on, I have seen students talking to me, and I've seen like their phones slip up and like they don't silence it, so I hear it, and I'm just like, you just took a picture of your screen, you absolute freak. Why are you taking pictures of me? It's so weird. It's just weird. I mean, it comes with working online, so if you can deal with that, moving right along. Another pro, of course, is the flexibility. I'm talking flexibility of hours, flexibility of where you can work. As I said before, this is not my home country, but here I am working, and it's fine because I'm working online, I'm working for myself. Cambly requires that you have a certain speed connection on your internet. Basically, that your internet needs to be fast enough to have a video call with people from Japan, Africa, wherever. You just need to be able to have a decent enough connection. And flexibility in terms of hours is really good. Cambly is available 24/7. There's always someone awake in some parts of the world, so technically there should always be somebody to teach. And at the side of that now, Cambly has this structure called priority hours, where you basically commit to working for 1 hour or multiple hours, but it's basically an hour block that you're committing to working for. Within that hour, you get calls routed to you. So let's say I book my priority hour from 8 to 9. I sit in front of my computer and I wait for a call. It can be trial students, it can be someone I never taught before, it can be my regular students, doesn't matter. Once my computer rings, I should answer that call. Cambly also guarantees that they're going to pay you for 15 minutes of that hour, no matter what. There have been priority hours where I've only worked 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but I got paid for 15 minutes. There are even 30-minute guaranteed hours, meaning they pay you for 30 minutes regardless of how much you work for that hour. Usually when you see the 30 minutes guarantee, it means that Cambly is not just giving out money. It means that you can expect that there's going to be a high number of calls, or they expect a lot of students to be logging on during those hours. When I see a 30-minute guarantee, I tend to prefer to work those hours, obviously. On the same note of hours and flexibility, the con is that there are no guaranteed classes. If I don't book priority hours and the timetable is basically booked up and I can't choose priority hours, I can still make myself visible as a tutor, but there's no guarantee that students will come to me. And even in that case, sometimes I will have regulars book reservations with me, so they'll reserve a class and I will say, okay, I have a class at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Organize my day around that class. Sit in front of my computer at 1:55 p.m. and then the student might cancel the class and that's it. Sucks to be me, I guess. So there's no guarantee about classes. If a student does make a reservation and they miss it without canceling it, you do get paid for 10 minutes out of their reservation. So if you see 10 minutes pass, you can close your computer and go do something you have to do. You get paid for that 10 minutes. There's always pros with any con. There will be negative experiences in anything. And I'm sure there are negative experiences that tutors have felt about Cambly before. I have felt negative emotions sometimes on Cambly, for sure. But at the end of the day, I think this is a really good platform to freelance on if you are eligible, which is why I'm making this video in the first place. All right, and last but not least, we are going to talk about what you probably came to hear: the moolah, the pay, the coins. How much are we making? So the pro is that Cambly actually pays weekly. Yes, you heard that right. Your girl is paid every week. You don't have to wait for your money. You get it promptly on a Monday for me, Monday evening. It's the same time for everybody, but I'm talking time zones. I get it on Monday evening. Once you work enough that you cross a $20 US. Oh, did I mention you're getting paid in US? You're getting paid in US. Once you cross $20 US worth of pay before the Monday pay time. Okay, let me make this very clear. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. If you have under $20 US in your let's call it the Cambly pocket. If you have less than $20 US in your pocket, you will not get paid. You'll get paid it will accumulate to whatever you make in the next week, and you will get paid in the next week. And okay, so this might be a pro and a con depending on where you are in the world. Cambly strictly pays via PayPal. So it might be a pro if you're in the US or in the UK or in any other country besides Trinidad and Tobago. So sorry guys. Cambly strictly pays by PayPal. Sorry, speaking for the Trinidadian viewers only. I'm not sure what's going on, but PayPal doesn't work in TT with a lot of banks. I swear I've heard this time and again. The only bank it works with in Trinidad and Tobago is JMMB. So you would have to go and create an account in JMMB if you want to access your funds. If you have some way of working around that, or if you already have a PayPal account and you have worked some magic, good for you. Please share with us, the rest of us, how to do it. But as far as I'm aware right now, JMMB is the only way to do it. The con, Cambly's pay sucks. I just hyped them up for the whole video, and now I'm gonna just say that the pay sucks. It does. I'm not going to lie to you. The pay is bad. Actually, compared to other English teaching websites or apps, the pay is bad. But if you hustle enough and you work enough hours, the pay can be very good. They pay 17 cents per minute for Cambly, just like if you teach adults. And if you sign up for Cambly Kids to teach kids, you get paid 20 cents a minute. I think I should do a whole other video on the pay section because it does work for me. So it can work for you. But there are days when I have worked 6 hours, 8 hours, like a normal work day, and my pay does not reflect a $10 an hour day. The pay is low compared to other teaching websites, but like I said, as compared to other teaching websites, you don't have to have certification. The flexibility, you can work any amount of hours. Like, I personally think the pros outweigh the cons. Up to you if you think so too. If you do agree with me and you think that the pros outweigh the cons and you would like to sign up for Cambly, please, I'm begging you, try and do please use my referral link that I'm posting down below. By using my referral link, I'm being very open and upfront. I'm going to make extra money by being a recruiter, and you can do the same. Oh, well, yeah, that's an extra pro. You can actually make money by having other people sign up for Cambly. After you sign up for Cambly, you will have a referral link and you can use it to your heart's content. But if you're gonna sign up, please use my link. I mean, you could sign up anyway, but it would be nice if you use my link. Thank you. I think that's it. That's all I've got for today's video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Do subscribe to my channel, and I will catch y'all in another video. Goodbye.